5th, you know, it goes to show you talent that's here today in Bears.
Yeah, a lot of the really good players missing offline. So this is the only place you can get it in Tri-State right now.
Yeah, unfortunate that, you know, we're still in this pandemic, but
Going PT.
PT, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think Zelda probably gets destroyed by Apollo, so... Yeah.
Well, we're in for a treat. I have not seen Alo's PT, but you know what? If he has that much confidence in his PT,
13%. That's ridiculous.
Spiro's just been on a hot streak right now.
Just the guy. Yeah, Spiro ends up my winner's career. He's a really difficult player to fight against. If you mess up against him, he's going to win you. His execution is very clean. And he plays neutral.
Yeah, right now, Spiro looking really solid. He's getting all this percentage and getting him back off stage. Nice use of the up B teleport, as that spare will not seal the stock, but at 141%.
The little dot was on and he was so close to dying right there.
Yeah. Ooh, and nice utilization of that flare blitz, but the explosive flame coming in for Palatino to seal that first stock of this losers finals.
Like I said, his punish game is amazing.
Yeah, you feel like you're safe when you get back on stage, but you know what? With a character like Palu and with a player like Spiro who knows the ins and outs of this character, you just can't really prepare for what is to come. Now in an offstage situation, but luckily able to get back at ledge is Spiro as he still takes some damage. This Squirtle putting in some work right now.
I'm surprised he's still opting for the Squirtle with Spiro close to 4%. But it seems to be working out. Who might have judged? I guess the parry there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a switch right here.
Honestly, at this kind of percent at 133, not saying that Squirtle can't kill, because he definitely can, but just the fact that he's just staying with the character, as he switches now, but just the fact that he was staying so long with the Squirtle, you know, let's go to show you how much faith he has in that character. As he, you know, most people would have switched to Charizard in that moment, like he did just now, to seal this stock, and he most definitely needs to do that now if he wants to get back in this game.
I think what he wants to do with the Squirtle is use that back air to cover the teleports.
Why would you challenge that?
It worked.
Why would you challenge that?
I don't know how, but it worked. So.
Definitely in Spiro's favor, of course, but that Flare Blitz was definitely just something not to even go for at that point.
Just
Back throw kill, finally getting one stock, you know, and it starts off like that. You need one stock if you want to get a little bit of momentum like he has right now, 39% off of that one string. That's something to be proud about, and hopefully bring him back to this game.
Squirtle definitely really good in the low percents. And it seems like Aloe is opting for a lot of Squirtle. Seems like that's his best Pokemon.
Yeah, now's his chance to get nared. Pokemon trainer.
Fair
Taking some damage there.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That's a great get off into a ledge that Icewear has.
Is that enough? Almost. But the forward smash, not enough, but definitely going to put him in a bad predicament as the Nair will put him. He's dead.
That was a great Nair from Aloe. That
was just great knowledge of what exactly to do at that moment. And now Alo is back in this.
Makes an up tilt into that combo. Very, very
beautiful. Beautiful strings, and he continues it on 70% tacked on, 70% unanswered, and then 83 to get the percentage lead. Now back in Alo's favor.
He's gonna switch to Charizard to recover it there. I have switched Tether and make it quite fun.
This is such a scary situation right now. If you're Alo, you really want to play your cards right, because one mistake, one bad move can put you at a spot of death. Same with Spiro right now. If he doesn't play his cards right now, he's looking at death just like he did right now with that unsafe dash attack.
You do not want to be in disadvantage against Charizard. It is a death sentence. Just he has the grab that'll kill. Yeah. He has back air. He has up smash, which is ridiculously fast. He's got the up B, which armors.
Do we have to respect that crazy comeback coming in from Alo. It was a 3-stock deficit, but this man said, you know what, I'm down, I'm not out, and I'm going to fight back. And Spiro in shambles right now, losing that game 1.
Certainly not out of the set.
Yeah, you know what, we're still in the set. Spiro has a lot of ground to make up. This Pokemon trainer was the right pick. You know, a lot of people would have said, why didn't he go Zelda? But his PT just put in a lot of work and made one of the sickest comebacks we'll see tonight in Bears 250.
Yeah, I imagine he's not going Zelda because the matchup. Probably he's really good at beating zoning characters, so it's probably a pretty difficult matchup for Zelda.
Yeah, and the key factor of that game 1 was the Squirtle, believe it or not. Many people do not rely on Squirtle as much as Alo did in that game 1. But you know what? That Squirtle did so much damage, put in so much work, and Charizard was just a finishing touch to it.
Squirtle's probably the most difficult Pokemon to use in Trainer's Kit, so a lot of people opting more for Ivysaur or Charizard.
Yeah, well, at least the Ivysaur train kind of died out after the patches. You know, this character took a lot of big nerfs. But you know what? This character is still viable.
Charizard got buffed.
Charizard got buffs, and that pleased a lot of people.
I think that was actually a really good patch that Nintendo did. Making PT a more balanced character.
Yeah, that Ivysaur Dare was just obnoxious to deal with, you know. It was definitely something, but you know what? I'll definitely take Charizard buffs and Ivysaur nerfs any day. Yeah. And I'm fine with the character now. Definitely a lot more doable to fight against. But yeah, the thing with Ivysaur now is, you know what? You just have to be very precise with your attacks now. You don't want to just throw out stuff and just pray that it hits. No, you kind of want to be precise with it.
Just missing that explosive flame. All right, we'll see what Spiro does in his manager here.
Oh my goodness, this man is dead.
The Flare Blitz with the auto reticle. That is incredible.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the beginning part of the Flare Blitz, which is still very vulnerable. Once you're in the animation, you're kind of safe, but in the beginning where he's just starting up, where he hasn't moved yet, you know, that's kind of punishable. So good usage of the auto reticles to get that stock and just put him at a disadvantage.
This is not going as well as Game
Excuse me?
I don't know how that tether... Ivysaur recovery just totally takes me out. I did not think he was going to crack me.
Very shocking. Yeah, that's very shocking, but it was a good bait. Using Ivysaur, using that Ivysaur tether to just make it back on stage like that, even from a far distance, and just making Spiro just SD his stock.
Yeah, he just like ran off the stage because he thought he had it in balance. He likely still does though, because he still has a massive lead. But you never know. PT does have a comeback factor, especially when we see another SD. Well, not really an SD, but he messes up his recovery, dies at 60.
Yeah, unfortunate way to lose a stock, especially when you lost the first stock in an SD fashion. But you know what? Nothing that the Ivysaur still can't do. And we may see the Charizard be pulled out soon, because at 162, I'm pretty sure back there will kill or an explosive flame for sure.
He needed that Nair to go to the left so
that
he could have advantage state. Then he could switch to Charizard and get some more drive back. But when it's into the right, it was just over. It's crazy how those little things can just change the course of the game.
Yeah, man. It's funny, you know, like, you really feel like Spiro was running away with that game, and then that SD happened, and it was just not a nail-biter, but it was just like, wow, we could probably see this happen again kind of moment.
Yeah, I was thinking, considering how convincingly Spiro was winning that game, I thought we might see a switch to the Zelda, but considering how he handled the last parts of that game, he might stick with the PT. And he is sticking with the PT.
I feel like if Spiro figures it out now and he doesn't, you know, SD or put himself in a predicament where he could lose the set if he has the lead, I mean the game, then we might see the Zelda switch. But Alo's looking really comfortable with this PT, and I do not blame him at all. He's definitely figuring out, you know, how to get in Spiro's face. He just has to be a little bit more consistent, because obviously Palu has a lot of options. Auto Reticle, Explosive Flame, Nairs. She has so many disjointed moves that can just keep you away, especially with a character like PT who doesn't have too many resources to actually get in. You just have to find your way in.
That was definitely unfair. Wow, that upper action to the shield, that has an amazing effect, is enormous. Not as big as it was, though. Unless they just nerfed it.
No way.
No way it's nerfed.
Oh my goodness, he almost got it.
Yeah, Alo's Charizard is actually very interesting. He plays differently from a lot of the other Charizards. He's more of passive, I think.
Yeah, he plays a little bit more defensive. I get you. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
As the forward throw will seal the stock just
That's
enough.
I thought he would live on the collar. That's the nailest.
Yeah, in a stage like Kalos with bigger side blast zones, you're gonna live it out just like that.
Even a Squirtle.
That one really, you know what? A fair will seal the stock indeed. Make this a 2-2 stock game, and even.
Looks for the turnaround grab though. Doesn't get it. Switch punishing. They've got a very even game now. The narrow shield into back air. That's a jab. That was a good option.
I love
Spiro?
Something I love about Squirtle is that he's just smiling the whole time when he's fighting you. Like you just see a happy face on him, like, yeah, I'm kicking this goddess's ass right now.
Yeah, if he grabs you, like if you just look at his face, he just gives you the death stare.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, I grabbed you, and you're gonna take a lot of damage, just like I have you off stage right now. Says
He definitely
Squirtle.
wants to grab you. And yeah, now he's off stage, but Spiro able to get back into neutral. Gonna look for a down throw. Just checking Alo's DI right now.
Nice utilization of Kalos walls at the yeah, the usage of Kalos' walls to get back on stage, using the wall jump to get back with Squirtle, and just going low, understanding that this character has a good recovery when you use that wall jump, using that to his favor and just stalling, getting back at ledge, so Spiro doesn't have time to do anything.
Yeah, Squirtle's actually one of the very few characters in the game with a wall cling, where he can actually just stick on the wall for a little bit instead of just having to jump off immediately.
Right.
So
Right.
Him, Greninja, Bayo,
I
Diddy.
think that's it, right? Oh yeah, and Diddy, yeah. Yeah, right now Spiro with a comfortable lead at 87% has Ayla his last stock. Wow.
Definitely gonna look for the edge guards right there. It doesn't get it. Covering the ledge with the up B is a really good option for Ivysaur when he's on ledge. Goes for the teleport cancel explosive flame. I don't know how he's dodging these explosive flames. That looks like pixel away. Oh. This is Hatboro's recovery, so that's going to be an easy punish for Alo. This game is not over.
Definitely not over, and with a character like Charizard, who all he needs is literally one grab, and could potentially seal your stock at 0%.
But no, not if you get an attack.
Yeah, not if you get hit like that. Unfortunate for Alo, who had the lead, looking comfortable too.
Probably didn't want to go for such a committal option off ledge right there.
Now Alo in his potential last tournament game of this set, we have to wonder, you know, what's going to cross his mind right now. Do I stick with the PT or am I going to go Zelda? I would like to see the Zelda pick. I feel like the Zelda can put in that work, but we're going to see the PT.
Yeah, sticking with the PT, I think he thinks this is still a better chance than the Zelda. Probably just doesn't feel comfortable in the matchup. But he does switch skins. Wonder if that's going to do anything. Probably not.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you feel a little bit more dominant when you change skins, when you change your persona, per se, in this scenario. And look at that. With the change of skins comes a better Squirtle.
Even better than... He's already at 73, but a nice recovery there.
Nice utilization of that side B to get that damage and avoid the explosive flame from even putting you at a bad disadvantage state. And already, for the first time, Aloe has a comfortable lead in this set. Like, usually you would see Spiro just dominating that first stock, but now Aloe just changing it up a bit, having the tables turned in his favor.
What are we going to see? Side B. Aloe's been doing such a great job at avoiding the side Bs. I don't know how he's doing it.
Nice. Catching him. Knew exactly where he was going to land. And going to be able to punish it.
Using water down
Another
right
down
there,
smash, I believe.
You'll see down throw down air into a couple of those. Also the dash attack, which crosses up Spiro shield.
Oh, and at a disadvantage state, he has to switch characters. A nice switch up into Ivysaur, knowing exactly how far Ivy's Vine Whip can grab.
Yeah, it's actually, it seems like he might just have a better Ivysaur than the rest of us. That recovery, it's looking really good.
Yeah, in terms of recovery, it's very surprising how good, you know, Ivysaur's recovery actually is. Now you're looking at Aloe play this character.
Oh, nice down tilt. Not an option to see a lot of Charizards go over. We might see an up smash up here. No. Spiro with a very clutch fair. He needed that. But up B's gonna beat the Nair. And he does eventually get the up smash out of shield. That move I think is like frame 6. It's ridiculous.
Dude, that outer shield up smash is such a blessing for PT to have. But that dash attack, even a better blessing for Spiro right now, who really needs it because he is down 2 stocks to 1 in this Game 4 scenario. He definitely does not want to bring this to a Game 5, but we could potentially see it.
We've definitely seen some very interesting Pokemon management from Aloe. Using Squirtle at 158% is something you don't see a lot of PTs do, but Aloe's making it work.
Yeah. He's definitely putting in all that work. Already 41% alone with just Squirtle. That Nair is actually really fast. I feel like a lot of people do not take into consideration how fast Squirtle's options are.
Yeah, he's been using that out of shields quite a bit this set. Used the tether cancel into the switch. That was a great job right there by Aloe.
Yeah, definitely caught Spiro off guard. He was not ready for that. And now the Nairs from Charizard. All he needs is one clean hit of the back air, and that could potentially seal the stock for Spiro. Back throw. Not enough, but in a bad situation.
Oh, gets the tipper F tilt.
Yes, sir. What
That's a convincing 2-stock.
Yeah. What a change from Game 3 to Game 4. Spiro running away with Game 3, and you thought it was over for Aloe. You thought Aloe was just kind of out of the set, out of the tournament, but no. Small Battlefield came in for Aloe, and now bring this to a Game 5. This is do or die for one of these players. One will move on to Grands to face off against Staten Island's own Zamba. The other will just leave at 3rd place and respectively basically get their money back.
Yep. Yeah. I sometimes forget these tournaments have payouts, because I never get. But yeah, they will get their money back.
You know what? It's good to see. You know, it's funny to see the difference between online and offline. Like, you see such a huge difference in gameplay. Like, this is so much smoother, so much cleaner. Like,
they can actually execute their game plans.
Yeah, like
no chance that lag is going to interrupt anything.
And more importantly, in the type of atmosphere that you get to be in, because one thing is being at home and playing from your room, and another thing is being with a lot of other people who enjoy the game, enjoy the passion, and have the same passions as you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great part of going to tournaments. And also you get to play friendlies, which you don't get to do at level tournaments.
Yeah, and in this case for us, we get to commentate and not from home, because commentating from home was horrible. Honestly, I cannot do it. But you know what? It's good to be back here. It's good to be here at Bears. 250, by the way, which is a big deal. You know, 50 more and we hit 300, and that is a big deal. And I will make sure to be here at 300. And if quarantine is not existent, I'll tell the chat now. If quarantine is not existent in by the time Bears 300 comes, please come out. Or if you can now. I'm not gonna say now because I know we're still in the middle of a pandemic and Corona still exists. But please, at any time, if you feel like you're ready to come off and leave your house to go to a tournament, come out to Bears. doing it best right now. Game 5, we have this Palu and Spiro, and we have PT Zone, Alo Zone PT, who's doing really good at trying to bring this back. That Squirtle is definitely not doing anything for him now.
And sticking with the same skin as last game, which did work really well. Maybe it did something, who knows. But that was a great grab, and good DI on the down throw. Not gonna let Spiro get him back.
Oh my goodness, that could have been so horrendous, but good spacing and good knowledge of where he was going to be for Alo, because that would have been really bad.
No punish there. Side B maybe. Wow. He profiled that up tilt with the down smash. That was incredible.
That was actually forward smash. And that was just enough, too, to seal the stock. He charged it just enough, because if it was just no charge forward smash, he was not going to die. But he charged it just enough, not even half charge, like 25% charge to get that stock, and now bring us to a 2-stock game. And we've seen Alo in these situations before, where he's down, but he's definitely not out. And the character that's been doing the most work for him was this Squirtle, who just dies out.
That F tilt just barely getting him right there. Good play by Spiro. Looking for another nair, but Alo's able to air dodge through it. Very good thought, right there. They're feeling each other out neutral right now. No one's really wanting to commit to anything. Alice switching to Squirtle a little bit now. It's very interesting how he plays. But great string right there from Spiro. Gets about 40% and a good position. Going for the down smash. See a nair right here.
Oh.
I don't think that's going to kill.
That won't kill, but he is at a disadvantage state with no jump.
That might not kill.
That is not going to kill, and he might switch to Charizard right now, which I would not be surprised. Yep.
And he gets the down air. Nice punish right there. Spiro's going to grands.
Wow. And what a way to end the game. Just sending him straight to hell with